Hey guys, it's Rob Gordy here. I just wanted to talk to you about neutral spine and why it's important and what it is and that sort of thing. And it kind of leads up to doing a proper kettlebell swing, which I'll talk about in part B of this video. So anyways, neutral spine. What that means is that when you lean over, when you hinge over to do an exercise, that your spine stays the same as it is when you're standing up. Okay, so most people generally, there are exceptions, but generally you have a bit of a curve at the top of the thoracic spine and a bit of a curve right here for that nice S curve. Okay, some people it's a little more exaggerated and some it's less, but generally that is considered a neutral spine. If you're not sure, then you'd have to see a practitioner to double check and work on getting it to a neutral. But in general terms, this is what I'm referring to. And why that's important is when you're doing an exercise, such as a kettlebell swing or a deadlift, and you hinge over, when you hinge over, you should still have that nice little curve in your lower back and a nice little curve in your upper back, okay? That doesn't mean that all of a sudden you flex. I see a lot of this all the time. You flex spinal flexion, okay, where you're flexing your spine. This puts you at huge risk for all kinds of back problems. So when you hinge over, when you're bending over, you want to keep that neutral spine. That's what it means. Now, if you can't keep that neutral spine when you hinge over, then there's a couple things you can do. One is the flexibility you have to work on. So hamstrings, your hamstrings at the back of your legs are probably tight, glutes, and maybe your lower back as well. Okay, that just means regular stretching daily, and you can Google tons of stretches on hamstrings and glutes and lower back for that. I won't get into that, but you should be stretching at least 15 minutes twice a day. Okay, the other thing that I wanted to talk about, the main thing I want to talk about today is an exercise to help your body learn neutral spine. So I'm going to use this dowel or broom handle, okay? And what you do is line it up along your spine, okay? And remember here, you don't want to flatten your back. The idea is not to flatten your back like the dowel. You're just using it as a guide. Okay, so you'll put one end of the stick against the neck bone there, head's on the stick, and then the other is right on your lower tailbone area. And what you're going to do is you're going to hinge over, you're going to bend your knees. So let me make sure I can get in the camera here. You're going to bend your knees a little bit, okay? And now I can get my hand between the lower spine and the stick, okay? There's actually a little space there. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but I have a little space there, and I'm going to try to maintain that space as I hinge over. So you're going to do 15 reps of these, and you're going to slowly bend over, trying to make sure that your neck and tailbone maintain contact the entire time while you bend over. So you hinge over, hinge, 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 and then when you start to find that you can't keep neutral spine anymore, then you stop. If you can go farther than this, then so forth. I start to lose neutral spine right about here, so I'm going to stop right about there, and then come on back up. Okay, what this does is it trains your body to know what it should feel like to be in neutral spine while you're doing an exercise. So I would say do 15 reps, for 3 sets, before you try a kettlebell swing or a deadlift, that sort of thing. It just helps you maintain proper alignment. I'm going to show you one more time. Okay, so the stick goes to the back of the neck, tailbone. There's a little gap in here in your lower back. Bend your knees a little bit, and you're going to hinge over. You can also do it straight-legged, but usually that's a little more advanced. I would start with a bent leg. You're going to hinge over, maintain neutral spine, try to keep that little space in your lower lumbar, and then hinge back over. Okay, remember to engage your core, pull in your tummy just a slight bit, and again, hinge over, and then back up. You do 15 of those 3 times, and then you can get into your kettlebell swings. If you still can't maintain neutral spine with the dowel, then you're not ready for kettlebell swing at all. Don't even attempt it. If you